Hello, Australia. I am Danielle. Hello, New Zealand. I am Danielle, cook. I work for Oleo and I am the customer success manager over Young Living. So my job is to make sure brand partners and admin have a good experience with Oleo as their tool to help build their business. And so I get to talk to you a little bit today about how to utilize Oleo, what do brand partners do, and how do they use it. And so I wanted to give you a very basic run through. Now, before I do that, a couple things. One, you can download Oleo if you haven't already. You can download it from the App Store, Oleo, or you can do it on oleo.site through the web browser. They have a pretty similar experience. The way it views is slightly different, web browser versus app, but I just wanted to make sure that you have that information. And then the second thing is in the library, I have built out resources for brand partners to get some more information. So if you wanted a little bit more elaboration on some of the tools, check that library and see if that information's in there. If not, I'm also happy to join your teams and do a little Oleo overview for them on a personal level. So sometimes I'll join brand partners and just give a little tutorial with their downline and how they can utilize Oleo. So reach out to me through somebody at Young Living, and they can reach out to me to schedule that. So anyway, let's get started. Let's jump in. I'm going to share my screen here, and I invite you to follow along with me. And open up your app if you have it, and let's get started. So first off, something that I want you to know is that this is not real information. This is what we call a demo account. This is so it's fake data, and it's an AI constructed workspace. So this is going to look a little bit different. For example, our homepage, we're working on a different homepage. Right now, all of you, when you come into the app, you see the feed. So the feed gives you a lot of different insights on what's going on in your organization. And so these are new enrollments, customer and loyalty milestones, birthdays, work anniversaries, rank advancements, and achievements. And you can come in here and you can interact. So you can heart it, you can comment. Congratulations on new things. Now, if you're like, I am not sure who Terry Prowl is, they're not in my downline. So, one thing to note is your feed is shaped by the communities that you are part of. So, to get to your communities, you're like, I wonder what communities I'm part of. These little three people at the top of your feed page, that is communities. Also, down here in the navigation bar, if I go to this more drawer right here, then I see communities. I can click on it on either place, and it takes me to the communities page. So the first filter, there's four filters here. The first is explore. These are that communities that have been created by brand partners. There is joined. So these are the ones that I have been invited to and I have accepted the invitation. And then you have ones that you personally have created, and then you have invites. So you may have been invited. You might have a little, just a notification there that says that you have been invited. So let's go to the ones so notice that I am part of this massive one with 476 members. So if I don't recognize any of these people on my feed, it's probably because they come from that community that has my crossline, my upline. Now you can't see any personal information other than some of these insights right here. So if you'd like to clean up your feed, I suggest going and cleaning up your communities. So leaving communities that you don't engage with, creating your own with just your downline so that you get their insights. Okay, so we've talked about the feed, we've talked about communities. Now let's talk about messaging. Anytime you create a community, so going back to communities here, I created one that was called Race to Rank. And anytime you create a community, it will automatically create a messaging group. So mine is right here, the race to rank. This looks much better on your mobile device. I can expand my view. Maybe that I'll do that. Maybe that will be a little bit easier when we talk about messaging. So this is what you would expect from any messaging platform. You can come in here and you can, if I hit this little plus sign to make, I can upload a file, I can add a GIF, a location, I can challenge them. That's like an incentive. I can add any voice recording with this record button. It's going to be what you expect from a messaging platform. If I want to create a new one, you're going to do a direct message, or you can create a channel just like Teams or Slack. You can have your own channel inside of there, or you can send messages separately. This one is utilized mostly by leaders. If you want to encourage or congratulate several people at one time, you can write one message, put their name in, and then send it, and it'll send them as individual messages to those people that you put in there. And so, for example, I did this separately, and this is, hey, Rob, congrats on hitting your new rank. I also did it for Ellie. Hey, Ellie, congrats on hitting your new rank. So they got individual messages from me. So something that's pretty cool. Okay, we've talked about messages. Let's go to the next part on your navigation bar. That is your leads. This is transforming every day with Young Living. It's getting better and better. Right now, this is a place where you get to keep track of people who may be interested in becoming a customer or a brand partner. And so you can manually create up this plus sign. You can manually create a new lead, and you can leave a new note. You can say, the girl I ran into at the store who loved my wild notes, we got in a conversation, wants to know more. And then you can create that lead. Then you have these lead statuses and of based on where they're at in the sales cycle or in the process. Now, if you are viewing Oleo on the app, you'll notice if your phone is compatible with it, you'll notice that there's these little people icon at the top. If you click on that, that will go to your contacts. And you can go from your phone contacts list and you can upload people that you think may be interested or you want to reach out to, and you can import them there into your leads. So this becomes what we call a mini CRM, customer relationship management tool. So this is a mini CRM. That's what Leads does. Next, you're going to see tasks here. For me, it's inside my more drawer, which is not a big deal. But if you haven't checked out tasks in a little bit, this is a great place to go and just get some business building activity ideas. So you can manually upload your own tasks. Everything business related, everything Young Living related, you can keep in one location. You can check them off. I'm a big task creator and checklist check marker. But you can, Coach Young can make recommendations. That's where some of these have come from. Make an effort to meet someone new in person. But they will also, Coach Young can also specify certain people in your downline you may want to reach out to based on their activity. So I'll let that generate, since this is AI relate, since this is a fake workspace, it may not be the same experience, but check that out. Okay, going next, just in order, we're going to go to incentives. Anytime you pull up your incentives, you're going to see rank tracker and loyalty tracker. Inside rank tracker, this is just a visible way to track how you're doing and how you're meeting your rank. What needs to happen for you to finish to become a silver. And this is reset every month. And so it's just a great visual to see what needs to happen to achieve that rank. You can also create your own incentive. We are actively building out a much easier way to set up a team competition, but you're welcome to experiment here. I have some steps and tutorials in the library if you'd like to explore creating a team competition. That really moves the needle, even if it's a basic enrollments one. That's a really great way to create momentum and motivation with your team. Okay, we've talked about tasks, incentives. Let's go to my org. This is so valuable. I'm going to show you why. There's a lot of brand purchasers like, I just want to see what products my downline is purchasing. This is where you can do that. So I like to think of my org as kind of like if you have an Apple Watch that tracks your steps, it tracks your sleep, tracks a lot of these helpful tools to go across your health. This is kind of like my org. It's a snapshot of what's going on, who needs some help, who's doing really well, who can you encourage. So these are the most important things on here. So if you're like, this doesn't look right, check the filters first. So first, this first filter is going to be the time period. I just set it to month to date. The next one is going to be the metric. So enrollments, products, OGV, and PV, these are the ones that you're going to focus the most on. So I have selected products. Then you have a sub metric or how it's grouped. So I want to group it by product again. So what I'm seeing here is a leaderboard that has my most popular products in my downline that have been purchased from July 1st until today. This is so powerful. So what I can do is I can drill down. Okay, lavender essential oil is my most popular product with my downline. And then it'll say, who is the enroller? So that's me. I'm Amanda Fletcher. So I can say, okay, I have enrolled 5 people that have purchased this product. So now I click on that again, and I can see which brand partners have purchased lavender. So you can be as specific as you'd like. You can group by brand partners. You can group by category. So I might want to you can go, there's a little breadcrumb trail back here, by the way. So maybe I want to group by, what are my most popular? Sometimes you have to kind of play around with this, by the way. I can go back to home and then I can sometimes you have to play with it to get the filters to understand what the heck is going on. So category, these are these are the products that are selling most popularly by category, or you can do by brand partner. So these are the people who have been purchasing products. Now I'm like, okay, Alice has purchased 7 products this month. I wonder what those are. Click on her name. And this goes for anybody in your downline. You can click on their profile, go to reports. Once you hit reports, scroll down to my previous products. You can click on this. And I can click on and I can see everything that Alice has purchased. And it goes, I believe, back to 1 year. Or when we put all of the information in Oleo, which was probably around May of last year. Now I can see, okay, Alice really likes, for example, orange essential oil. I see that popping up several times. I'm going to ask her how she likes it or tell her about a new blend that came out that has orange in it if she might be interested in. Or I can see, hey, she just purchased Ningxia Red for the first time. I wonder what she thinks about it. So I'm going to say, hey, how's your experience been since you purchased this product on the 17th? This is just a great way to know what is going on, what products are selling, how you can be helpful to your downline. So that is my org. Play around with this. You can go to enrollments. You can see, okay, who are my top enrollers? Since my information is a data account, it's not going to be, or a demo account, it's not going to be as robust as yours. Okay, so awesome things, right? Okay, we've talked about communities. Your library, the content in your library is going to be set up through the admins at Young Living that are over your library content. If there's things you want to see, reach out to them. Let's just go to reports here. We have some pre-made reports. For example, my downline, I like to kind of star them, put a heart, and then they'll rise to the top next time I come in. And I can see my whole downline here and some information about, and now maybe I want to be like, oh, you know what? I haven't heard from Kevin in a while. I'm going to click on his name. Is he purchasing anything? Let me get some information on him. Oh yeah, I can see that he bought Myrtle essential oil on the 3rd this month. So just a great way to keep track of what's going on in your org and to just follow up with people as you see needed and fit. Okay, now we've talked about reports. I think that's about it. You can come into your profile and you can, if you have a different language that you speak, the 2 languages available to you right now are going to be French Canada and Spanish Americas. That might not matter to you right now, but there's more languages to come. So anyway, that is a basic overview of Oleo today. I'm happy to help you if you need some assistance. We can meet one-on-one. I can help you build out an incentive or a team competition, or give just help with anything in general. So let your Young Living team lead know, and they can reach out to me. So that's it for now. Thank you for letting me join virtually because I'm probably asleep. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.